Welcome back. Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to episode 4 of season 3 of Chicago Bears Weekly. I am Ep.4 signing in, and in today's episode, we're going to cover a topic that has been a big topic throughout the Chicago Bears the last few years. We are going to cover the topic of the continued development of our QB1 heading into 2020. Yes, I am going to talk about money making Mitchell Trubisky. But before I get into this episode, be sure to like the video if you enjoy it, and also follow me on social medias, Twitter and Instagram. Both handles will be APW Sports, and both will be linked in the description below. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. The development of Mitchell Trubisky has been a little bit slower than most of us anticipated, but we also have to look at it through a different type of lens. His first year in the league, his first year starting, he really didn't have much around him. His first few starts as a rookie, there was nothing there. I mean, nothing there. And to come into year 2 with number 1, learning a new offense, number 2, getting adjusted to different weapons, it takes time for quarterbacks to develop where you're not in the same exact system that you're learning in year 1. Now, that said, year 2, Mitchell Trubisky had a solid season, making a Pro Bowl, throwing for over 3,000 yards, and leading the Bears to a 12-4 record. They did lose in the playoffs, but we got there. But 2019 was not necessarily all on Mitchell Trubisky like most people want to put the blame on. A lot of people are saying we have to replace Mitchell Trubisky. A lot of people are saying they need something new. A lot of people said it's not going to work. Pump the brakes on that. And this is why I say pump the brakes on that. 2019, the Bears were hampered by a lot of injuries to their offensive weapons, mainly the offensive line, with guys like Kyle Long missing majority of the season, Bobby Massey missing games. So that's the right side of your offensive line. That's going to hurt a team, especially a team that's trying to build something off of success of a previous year. And then you also add injuries to Taylor Gabriel. Anthony Miller was kind of in and out of the lineup, but for the most part, he had a solid season. Allen Robinson was your mainstay at the wide receiver position. And do I not add injuries to tight ends Trey Burton and Adam Shaheen, who were scheduled to be big parts of the Bears offense moving forward, and you lose them for majority of the season. And then on top of those injuries, Trubisky himself was playing most of the year with partially torn labrum in his left shoulder. So that's going to affect not only one, his mechanics, which needed to be improved before that injury, to be honest. And number 2, that's going to hamper him running the football because he's not going to want to take but only a certain amount of hits on a shoulder that's already causing him pain. He can't follow through the way that he could on throws because that front shoulder is very, very key in a quarterback's mechanics. So Mitchell Trubisky, while he does have those tools to be a good quarterback in the NFL, it's just a bad year, and a lot of people are calling for his head, which we need to pump the brakes on that. He's slowly developing, but coming out of college, he didn't have a lot of experience. He is a guy that has a very, very good arm. He is very mobile. He has the accuracy. It's just his mechanics, to me, those mechanics need to be corrected. He's not a bad quarterback. Yes, I said it. He's not a bad quarterback. His mechanics just have to be corrected. Whether it's his footwork, his shoulder placement, and things like that, they have to be corrected. And then on top of that, he has to be healthy in that front shoulder as he's throwing the ball. You can blame the play calling a little bit. You can kind of blame the scheme a little bit. Yes, those 2 points are both true. And while the Bears offense struggled a bit in 2019, But just to solely blame it on Mitchell Trubisky himself, that's not going to cut it. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, he has things to work on himself, but it takes a totality of things going together. And then you have an offensive coordinator in Mark Helfrich, who's kind of putting a college scheme into the NFL. Pretty soon, it was going to be easy to figure out the Bears offense when you have college schemes implemented into a pro-style system. Now, Bill Lazor, he has a ton of pro experience, and I hope that that works, and I hope that he helps the development of Trubisky going forward. But Trubisky is just not a bad quarterback. He's had good games, and we've seen it these past 2 seasons. Trubisky can play well. It's just a lot of things have to be going for him, and they put a lot on his shoulders, especially at the beginning of 2019, to carry the team. And the Bears completely abandoned the running game for majority of the year due to the offensive line problems as well. But the Bears will be just fine. Trubisky is going to be a solid quarterback for the Bears in 2020, and I'm making that prediction now. He is going to be solid. I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to be elite of the elite. He's a development type of quarterback. It's going to take him time. And he's on his 3rd full season being a starter for the Bears, and that's when you really see, is it going to work when you're in your 3rd year as the full-time starter in the NFL. I have all the faith in the world that Mitchell Trubisky will get this thing right. He just has to improve his mechanics, improve his accuracy, and the offense just has to be more catered to his skill set, which is throwing on the run at times, using his legs to their strength, as in bootlegs, rollouts, and things like that. He can still be a pocket presence, but I think he's better as you use him like a Jake the Snake Plummer, who was a good pocket passer, but at the same time, he was also used on rollouts and naked bootlegs to really elevate the offense and bring a new dimension to the offense. And then on top of that, the Bears have to run the ball better and improve that offensive line. And this offense will be solid going into 2020. And Mitchell Trubisky will be solid himself going into 2020. They're going to say backup quarterback is a need. It is a need. They need somebody with a veteran presence to be a backup quarterback for Trubisky. We don't need to draft anybody in that draft. We need somebody with some veteran experience, somebody who can help him elevate his intelligence of the game, as in seeing coverages, seeing different schemes that are used to stop him. We need somebody with that veteran presence to kind of elevate Mitchell Trubisky mentally and also give him some competition, because I think that competition will help in his development, because at the end of the day, the competition will say, I need to do this better. I need to do this. I got to get this going. I've got to get this right. So the presence of a veteran quarterback is better for Mitchell Trubisky, not only just seeing the defenses, but his competitive spirit, and that can elevate that to elevate his play to become a better quarterback. He had a Pro Bowl season in 2018. He could have had that if it wasn't for those parts that I mentioned earlier. But the Bears will be fine going forward. I'm interested to see how he will look in Bill Lazor's scheme and Bill Lazor's input on the Bears offense. Now, you still have Nagy calling the plays, but at the end of the day, Trubisky, I still have belief in him. We can't let go of that faith just yet, just after one bad year. And it's not like the Bears were 3-13. They were 8-8. The offense was a struggle, yes. Duly to Trubisky, somewhat, yes. But to put it all on him, it's not fair, it's not right, and it's honestly not the truth when you look at it with the eye test. Trubisky is in year 3 starting. This is the season where he has to get it. This is the season where it has to come together. But the Bears will be fine. He will be fine. 2020, Mitchell Trubisky should be an elevated quarterback. And the Bears could go places going forward. So development of Mitchell Trubisky is one that has been slow, but is one that will be continued progress going into 2020. And I'm interested to see if he really takes those few steps to elevate this team, to elevate this offense even further going into 2020. That is all I have for episode 4 of season 3 of Chicago Bears Weekly. I absolutely want to thank you guys for tuning in. Now, I'm sorry I haven't been posting this week. I've been under the weather a little bit, but I am back, and this week I will continue with my regularly scheduled videos. So be sure to like the video, comment your thoughts down below of what you think on the development of Mitchell Trubisky, and subscribe to the channel as that helps the channel to grow. And like I said in the beginning, also be sure to follow your boy at APW Sports on Instagram as well as Twitter. Both links will be linked in the description below. Now you guys have a great and excellent day. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Peace out.
I wanna say thank you to my mom and my daddy for making love the night that you had me. Wanna thank my friends, my sister and my brother.